Well, it's always, scripts about women who kind of take on this crazy, dark, murderous world. Always seem to have a particular appeal, for people. I mean, ever since I did Long Kiss Goodnight, I've always thought that women who kick ass are like great, and I like to watch it. It's become sort of a normal thing now, but back in the day, it wasn't so much. So going from Gina Davis to you know Lara Croft to whoever to going to this particular place, someone who's beautiful, dangerous, and lethal always has an appeal. So I think Moody was um, a spook in Vietnam, running around doing you know undercover ops and all this other stuff. So when he discovers her, as part of one of those kind of ops, he realizes. I mean, well, it's hard not to realize, that okay, this is a different kind of child, it's a different kind of person, and some way, somehow, he pulls her into his, world. Uh, Even though she was already in it, she had a capacity for doing, these violent things without even knowing she had the capacity. So he nurtured that part of her, but he also sent her to these great schools and took care of her. Becomes essentially a father figure for her, even in the midst of all the stuff, bad stuff that goes on. And their relationship is pretty solid. He doesn't stay around her very much. He only, sees her when he needs her. Just kind of a cold thing, but it works. Works for them. Works in their world. So he's that guy. He's not necessarily a fixer, but he's a get it done guy. I never see Michael in the movies we're in together. I think we've only done one movie where we actually physically talk to each other, or we're in the same frame. One of those times is when he shot my ass and I fell down on the floor and he's looking at me. But Maggie was amazing. I've watched her enough on television, in the series, to see her attack, all the things she had to do. I mean, among the physical things she had to do, she also had all this psychological baggage she had to carry around, which was amazing to watch. Robert Patrick, man, that was so funny because the day I came to work and he was there, and I was like, it's Robert Patrick. Like I say, there are actors that you watched that you've always said to yourself, what would I do in a situation like this with that particular actor? And I watched Robert for so long, and it was a joyous occasion to walk up on that set and see him that day. I mean, he greeted me like he'd known me forever, and I pretty much felt the same way. I've watched him work, I've enjoyed it, and now I have, my Robert Patrick moment where I can sit and say, wow, I was in the scene with Robert Patrick.